Hi guys. I'm just gonna turn up the volume here so everybody can hear. Here we go. So today I wanted just to check in with everybody. I wanted to talk a little bit about what is transformational coaching and what does that mean for you. Um, it is so much more than, hey, let's do this project together, or hey, let's work together and see what takes place so that you have a place of empowerment to go forward and create. A transformation happens from within inside yourself. So what takes place is you show up as a completely different person. You show up as somebody who is now aware, you're present, but you also together we pick through the themes that are happening within your life. So we pick through, and the best example that I can give you is of a mom that I worked with in the past. And she was working towards having her child behave in a different way. Her child kept on doing things that she was trying to correct, and she kept trying and trying, seeking different professionals, trying to have different services involved. Nothing was working. When I arrived at her house, we realized I made a really cool observation, and the observation was one child looked almost spitting image of the mom, and the other child looked a lot like the dad. And so when I asked her about that, like it just sort of came up in conversation, like, "Wow, your kids are strikingly different," and she mentioned, "Yeah, their behavior too." So when we talked about the similarities, the differences, the dreams that she had, a whole transformation started to take place. And by that, what we discovered was her story. And her story was she was a mom who, growing up in her family of origin with her parents, she did not want to leave her home. So when she met her husband, she said, "In order for me to leave this house, I want to live like a queen. Like, you have to be able to give me all of this and more." And so he made that promise to her. He created this beautiful house. She moved into it. And in doing that, he said, "Now it's time to have kids." And she did not want to have kids. And she finally agreed. They moved into this beautiful house. Everything was going really well. She got pregnant, and he lost his job. And when he lost his job, they lost their house. And she was stuck with this promise of, "I'll move into this beautiful house with you and have a child with you." But the part of his promise broke away, and he couldn't keep it because he lost his job. So they lost their house, and she viewed him as not fulfilling his side of the promise. And of course, she gave birth to this beautiful child who looked exactly like her husband. And she couldn't get over it. She just looked at this child and saw betrayal, um, and like almost like an evilness. Like, you tricked me. You took me from my family of origin where I was comfortable and happy, and now you are the child that was conceived on a broken promise. And she couldn't view this child from fresh eyes. She had this anger towards her husband, resentment towards him. And so, what needed to happen was we needed to resolve that feeling that she had, the feelings of resentment, the feelings of a broken promise, the feelings like she said, "I knew the company was going to go bankrupt and it wasn't his fault. Even though I know it's not his fault, I still have this anger towards him." And so she's like, "I can't get past that." And so we talked about ways that we can work around that, ways that we can get past that. And when she transformed and saw things differently and was able to come at things from a place of understanding and a place of um, realization, she changed who she was. She wasn't a bitter person anymore. She wasn't a person that was angry towards this child anymore. And had I gone in and worked with her on her anger towards her child, I would not have gotten anywhere. We needed to do a full transformation in terms of who she is as a person and where that stemmed from. And so realizing that that bitterness had a root and we needed to go to that root. Had that lady tried to create something, so tying it to our businesses now, had that lady tried to create something from the space that she was in, it would not have worked. She would have been trying to create from a space of, disempowerment, a space of negativity, a space of bitterness. Um, we want to make sure that when you create something or are working with clients that you don't have these roots that are kind of there, that I call them trauma, where we compensate in order to be able to, not feel these negative feelings. I call them business traumas. This parent had a parent trauma. Whatever that trauma space is that we parent or run our business from, it will have themes throughout our lives. And so if you have this thing that you've got, sort of deep rooted thing that is there, we want to make sure that it's not a surface level work that we do, that it's a deeper transformation. We look, we investigate, we explore, we work together in order to discover, oh, look, this is where this is stemming from. And then we just make some, sorry, my kiddo's coming. We make some, once we explore it and know what it is, we can name it and make adjustments based on that. Anyways, that is what transformation means for me and the work that I do and the clients that I have. And it moves pretty quickly. Anyways, thanks guys for tuning in. And if you have any questions about transformation, then message me and get in my inbox, because I would love to find what is at the root of some of your stuff so that you can show up completely different with some of those things that are rooted, resolved for yourselves. Anyways, guys, take care. Bye.